What's going on, Flix Talkers? Welcome back to another movie review. This time, my spoiler-free review for Jurassic World Rebirth, which is out now. It's rated PG-13 and it has a runtime of 2 hours and 14 minutes. Now, this film is directed by Gareth Edwards, who also did 2014's Godzilla and Star Wars: A Rogue Story. And the quick synopsis for Jurassic World Rebirth is: 5 years post-Jurassic World Dominion in 2022, an expedition braves isolated equatorial regions to extract DNA from 3 massive prehistoric creatures for a groundbreaking medical breakthrough. Alright, Flix Talkers, so I'm going to get this out of the way first and foremost. I am not a diehard Jurassic World fan, or a Jurassic Park fan for that matter, though I do think Jurassic Park from 1993 is one of my nostalgic staples. It was a replayed film in the house, and myself and most cinephiles talk about how great this movie is today. Now, I'm not going to waste too much of your time, guys, so I'm going to get directly into my pros and cons. But before we do, make sure to hit that big thumbs up to support the channel and consider subscribing today for more. Starting off with my pros or my likes for Jurassic World Rebirth, the effects on the dinosaur designs in this movie are superb. I mean, I'm seeing dinosaurs that I don't think I've seen in any of the other Jurassic World films, so that was kind of nice to see. But once again, the advanced CGI, the skin textures, even some of the animatronics mixed with the CGI, which I did see a couple of behind the scenes, and it's awesome that they're still utilizing those practical effects that I grew to love from the first film. Also, this movie does a great job with the amazing, impressive cinematography. Just catching all those dramatic wide shots, whether we're traveling on the ocean to the island or on the island itself, you really do get immersed in this magical dinosaur-filled land, once again on the vast ocean or in tight-knit quarters on this island. And I gotta say, guys, this film had some thrilling action scenes that I did not expect so deep into the sequels. One of those being an extremely intense, in-your-face T-Rex raft scene that really had me on the edge of my seat, as well as a couple of new creatures that encounter our humans in the ocean. Once again, no spoilers, guys, but I think if you are a fan of this franchise so far, you kind of know what to expect and you are going to be amazed by it. Now, it's awesome that we get our original writer David Koepp back, who also did a few of the original Jurassic Park films, which brings in a more tighter narrative structure. Now, another thing, guys, that I absolutely loved about this film, and this might just be my personal preference, I'm a big horror fan, and this movie had a lot of horrific and horror-themed moments. My God. I really didn't think I was going to go into this expecting so much just dark and eerie, in the shadows, monster creature type of mutant dinosaurs. Yes, you've seen it in the trailer, but they emphasize on it so much more when it's finally showed to you on the big screen, especially in that third act. This thing is pretty terrifying. I mean, it's not groundbreaking, but it does look like Frankenstein's dinosaur monster. And last but not least, guys, I gotta give it up to our stellar cast, starting off with Scarlett Johansson, man. She was awesome. I'm so glad she is part of this franchise now. Let's cross our fingers for a sequel that she can be in, because I'm gonna be completely honest, like the first 10-15 minutes, the script wasn't that tight for her, and her performance utilizing that script was just kind of bland, kind of meh. Then we started getting a little deeper into her character, her motivation, the reason why they're all going to the island, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get a good performance out of her, and then by the middle and the end of the movie, I did. Next up, we got Mahershala Ali, who is a powerhouse, man. This guy is just great in anything that you put him in. Now, he's kind of our guide to the island. He's also friends with Scarlett Johansson. They have a past. They talk about, are they mercenaries? Are they not? They're kind of like, well, we help get out people that are in bad situations and we make some money doing it. So yeah, we kind of are. Either way, they have a crew and Mahershala Ali is leading this crew, and I thought he was good in this role. When the intensity called for it, he's over there screaming at CGI or probably green screen dinosaurs, and I felt it from him, man. Next up, we have Jonathan Bailey, and this is the actor that everybody was talking about. I mean, Scarlett Johansson and his red carpet appearances, they were the talk of the town before this movie came out, and I really have not seen too much of his work, to be honest. So he does play Dr. Henry Loomis in this film, and he studies dinosaurs. I'm not really sure. Is it a paleontologist? I had to just look it up right now on Google. He is a paleontologist, and he gets dragged into this mission. Someone that's very, very timid, an introvert even, but you know what? He is tired of looking at dinosaurs at the zoo, and he wants to see them up close. He wants to be part of something epic. And in a lot of scenes, he stole the show. There is one scene in particular when they encounter this dinosaur, and I forget the name, so I'm not going to say it, but he's actually like rubbing the leg, and we get our epic Jurassic Park theme song, and he has tears in his eyes. And I had tears in my eyes because this is what he studied his whole life for. And he's in front of dinosaurs now for the first time and probably last time ever. And he's gently stroking a dinosaur's leg and just basking in what is life right now. I thought they all did a great job. Kudos to them. Now, next up for a pro, guys, is the plot. I'm going to say it. I like the plot of this movie. Now, when it comes to the other Jurassic World films, you get a lot of clutter. You get a lot of crowds just thrown in with the mix of dinosaurs. So you have so many people just being stampeded or flying all over the place, being thrown around by pterodactyls and other big dramatic monsters. In this one, we focus on a tight-knit group of about 8 people. They are going to the island because they are told that with live dinosaur DNA, they can use it as a breakthrough medicine to help and possibly save millions and millions of lives. That's all I'm going to say without giving spoilers. So I was on board with it. You have a mission at hand and you go try to achieve that. And last but not least, guys, for my pros is the score. Oh, this score, once again, I gotta look up who did it. Alexandra Desplat, who's a 2-time Academy Award winner for The Grand Budapest Hotel and The Shape of Water. Now, I know John Williams did the original score and did like every score of the 80s, 90s, and like beyond, but he just added his little flavor, his own little touch and flair to something that was extremely important to expand upon. Not only in the magical scenes where we get to see all of these dinosaurs just in their big landscape of a habitat, but also once again in those intense T-Rex chasing moments. I dug it. I really love the score on this one. I'm gonna have to actually find out where I can download the score or listen to the score and listen to it in the car so I can get pumped up. All right, Flix Talkers, now let's talk about some of my cons or my dislikes for this film, Jurassic World Rebirth. Now, even though I did say that the original writer, David Cope, is back and I'm excited for that, some of the script fell flat and it was kind of boring and just filler, if I'm being completely honest. There are also a few characters along the way, which I'm gonna mention in my dislikes, that had lines of dialogue written for them that were supposed to be funny, and once they were delivered, none of the audience was laughing. We had a few moments like that, guys. Now, that being said, let's talk about some of the characters that I disliked. There is a whole family that's incorporated into this story, I think, to just kind of pull at your heartstrings a little bit so you don't have to focus too much on the mercenaries adventure at hand. And that's where they kind of lost me. They try to develop something here. And yeah, there's a couple of girls. There's a teenage girl and a little girl that when their life is in distress, you're kind of on the edge of their seat hoping that they don't die. But then there's a dad and the daughter's boyfriend who's God, very unlikable to me. And once again, I think they just had to shimmy in a family in here to get that dynamic and pull on the emotional heartstrings once again of the audience. Now, another dislike of mine, guys, and it happens all the time, especially with a lot of modern movies. It's no mystery that, and we're this far deep into the sequels, that it's going to be predictable. And yeah, I was constantly predicting each scene as it was going to happen. I knew who was going to die, who was going to survive. I knew the fake out death and then the person that came back and was actually alive. I knew some of the predictable scares as well. So when you can do that throughout a movie, it's not the greatest feeling. Also, another dislike of mine, guys, is they don't focus too much on this creature where it's kind of introduced to us at the beginning of the movie, and then we don't hear from this monster again until the last 10 or 20 minutes of this movie. I felt like it was very underutilized. I understand you want to get the OG, all of the original cast of dinosaurs in your face for the nostalgic value, but we're dealing with mutations here, and I wanted to see this thing in its full glory, and it didn't have that much screen time to me. And that's pretty much it, guys, for my dislikes. And I think I did have more pros in this film than my dislikes once again. And now that we're at the end of my review, I know a lot of people online were saying a lot of negative things. I believe this got a 50-some% score from Rotten Tomatoes, and that's okay. Sometimes these movies that I really do enjoy or have a good popcorn time with get low reviews. I didn't really go into this movie setting the bar really anywhere. I just know that I like action, dinosaur, monster type of movies. And did I come out on the other side having a fun time? Yeah, I absolutely did. And I think everybody around me did. We all had our Jurassic Park shirts on, from older to little babies wearing it. I went with my wife, Laura, who's also a Jurassic Park fan, and she had a great time with it as well. And I think if you don't really need to nitpick or dissect movies too much, you're going to have a good time with this movie as well. But if you are someone that's ranking these franchises and just trying to find the best and the worst things in movies, I know it's kind of contradictory. I'm giving you guys my pros and cons, but the diehards, I'm talking about the Jurassic World and Jurassic Park diehards. This one may be lower on the totem pole for you, but for me, I had a fun time with this one. And all that being said, guys, I think I'm going to give Jurassic World Rebirth a solid 4 out of 5. All right, Flix Talkers, what did you think of Jurassic World Rebirth? If you guys have seen it, please let me know in the comments below. Do you plan to watch it this 4th of July weekend? Did I persuade you to see it, or did I persuade you to wait until streamer to see it, or miss it completely? Please let me know in the comments below. Hit that big thumbs up before you guys leave to support the channel, and consider subscribing today for more. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm gone. Peace.